Yeah, so let's dive in. What is it that you really love, Father Gregory, about Dom Boylan?
Yeah, I would say the most basic insight of his that I love is that the life begets transformation in Christ. So he tells a story of when he was a novice. His novice master did not permit the brethren to be in the chapel apart from the hours stated in their orarium and apart from the assigned times of mental prayer, but for 5 minutes. And that might seem strange because you're like, well, you're a religious, you should take all of your free time and spend it in the chapel. But what their novice master wanted to communicate at some level was that no, right? You signed up for the Cistercian life, which entails common choral office and mental prayer and all these various things. But you can't treat the chapel as the only holy place in your life, as if to say that other places in your life aren't holy and that you're either just acquitting yourself of whatever duty awaits you in the refectory, or you're getting down to the serious business of transformation in Christ. And so they were forbidden from being in the chapel but for 5 minutes extra each day, so that they would have to confront the fact that Christ is available to them in all of the goings-on of their religious profession, and that they need to seek him there. Because I think, especially in the 21st century, a lot of us are haunted by the fear that our real life is elsewhere, that it's somehow escaping us or eluding us, or if we but had more in the way of spiritual competence, then we could, crack the code or unlock the inner sanctum of spiritual transcendence. But that's just not true. It's like your real life is here. It's in front of you. You just have to confront it and ask the Lord to yield, not like the meaning of it as if you were mining for meaning, but like yield the grace of it, so that way you could be, present to the Lord, present to those whom you love, and then be about the business of conversion. So I just love the sensibilities that it all matters, not to burden you with expectation, but to free you from a kind of Gnosticism which would look elsewhere for the meaning of your life.
In Difficulties in Mental Prayer, he writes, "The continuous and intimate presence of Jesus in our hearts means that no place or occupation is an obstacle to prayer." Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay, so the continuous and intimate presence of Jesus in our hearts means that no place or occupation is an obstacle to prayer. We're not compelled to go outside ourselves to find the God to whom we wish to speak. We are not compelled to hide our working clothes, so to speak, nor to cease from our weekday labors before we put ourselves in his presence. Not only, Boylan says, is he already present wherever we may be, but he is actually sharing our work, so that our work is rather a means of prayer than an obstacle to it.
Yeah. And that's like the keen insight is that, so your work is not a replacement for prayer. But if your work is an overflow of prayer, or if it's an expression of prayer or concretization of prayer, any of those things, then it's blessed, right? So I think a lot of people say, oh, I couldn't possibly dedicate X number of minutes to prayer on account of the fact that I have these various important duties, some of which are holy duties to acquit myself of. People don't talk like that. I only talk like that. People would be like, I can't pray that much. That's crazy. I'm busy, even cool busy. But what Boylan is saying is no, right? You have to hold the gaze of Christ, and in holding the gaze of Christ, nothing can deflect you from your purpose, and then you can seek his face in all of these various goings-on without losing, like your recollected state, or without losing your consciousness or awareness of God's presence and of, specifically, his blessing of whatever task lays ready at hand. Father Bonaventure, if you had the choice between holding a toad and subscribing to a YouTube channel, what would you choose?
Subscribe to a toad holding a YouTube channel.
Oh my gosh. Please subscribe to a toad holding a YouTube channel, especially if it's ours. Cheers.